In 1869, in Porbandar, India, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born into a world of tradition and British rule. He was deeply influenced by his mother's compassion and the principle of ahimsa, non-violence. Jain and Hindu teachings shaped his early values. A confession to his father taught Gandhi the power of truth and forgiveness. At 19, Gandhi left for London to study law. He soon returned to his roots, embracing vegetarianism and reading the Bhagavad Gita. In London, Gandhi began to discover his true identity. The seeds of his philosophy, truth, non-violence, and self-discipline were firmly planted. These early experiences would shape the man who would one day be called Mahatma, and history would never be the same. After studying law in London, Gandhi struggled as a lawyer in India. In 1893, an opportunity took him to South Africa. There, a pivotal moment changed his life. Gandhi was thrown off a train for refusing to leave a first-class carriage. He witnessed the daily humiliation and discrimination faced by Indians. The shy lawyer decided to stay and fight with truth and courage. He organized the Indian community, forming the Natal Indian Congress and launching the newspaper Indian Opinion. He became a defender of the oppressed, transforming from a timid lawyer into a leader. His personal struggle became a public mission for justice. South Africa became the crucible where Gandhi's life purpose was forged. Gandhi's awakening in South Africa set him on a path that would change history. In South Africa, Gandhi developed his most powerful tool, satyagraha, holding firmly to truth. Satyagraha was not about defeating enemies, but about changing hearts through non-violent resistance. Gandhi believed violence only breeds more violence. True change comes from love and compassion. Satyagraha meant refusing to obey unjust laws and accepting the consequences without retaliation. In 1906, Gandhi put satyagraha into action when the Transvaal government forced Indians to register and be fingerprinted. Outraged, Gandhi called for a mass pledge to resist the law, even if it meant prison. Thousands joined him, launching the satyagraha movement. Ordinary people stood up to the state without violence, enduring jail and hardship. Their peaceful protest drew global attention and put moral pressure on the government. After years of struggle, the unjust law was repealed. Satyagraha had won its first victory. Gandhi proved that truth and courage could challenge an empire. Satyagraha became a force for change, inspiring others to fight injustice without hatred. The world saw the power of non-violent resistance. Gandhi's method was active, not passive, a battle for the human heart. Satyagraha was a moral revolution. It showed that suffering for truth could awaken the conscience of the oppressor. Gandhi's victory in South Africa was just the beginning. The idea of satyagraha would soon ignite a nation. Gandhi had given the world a new way to fight injustice. The power of truth had been unleashed. Satyagraha would become the foundation of India's freedom struggle. Gandhi's vision was clear: change the world not with violence but with soul force. The world was watching, and Gandhi was ready for the next battle. In 1915, after over 20 years in South Africa, Gandhi returned to India, now a celebrated leader. He traveled across the country, witnessing poverty, oppression, and the deep divisions of caste. Gandhi was horrified by untouchability and believed true freedom required social reform, not just independence from Britain. His first major campaign in India was in Champaran, where farmers were forced to grow indigo for British landlords. Gandhi refused to leave when ordered, choosing jail over abandoning the farmers. His defiance electrified the nation. The government relented, allowing Gandhi to investigate. His inquiry exposed exploitation, leading to new laws protecting farmers. The victory in Champaran proved satyagraha could work in India. Gandhi's approach inspired hope and unity among Indians. He showed that peaceful resistance could bring real change. Gandhi's vision was for an India free from both foreign rule and social injustice. The Mahatma had arrived, and India was awakening. Gandhi's leadership offered a new path, one of courage, compassion, and truth. The struggle for India's soul had begun. Gandhi's journey was now India's journey. The fight for freedom was underway. By 1930, Gandhi sought a new spark for India's independence movement. He found it in salt, a basic necessity taxed by the British, hurting the poor most. Gandhi launched the Salt March, walking 240 miles to the sea at Dandi. Starting with 78 followers, the march grew into a national movement. Villagers lined the roads, and the world watched as Gandhi challenged British authority. For 24 days, he spoke to crowds about the salt tax and the need for non-cooperation. The march became a symbol of peaceful defiance. On April 6th, Gandhi reached the sea and picked up a lump of salt, breaking the law. Across India, millions followed his example, making and selling salt. The British responded with mass arrests, including Gandhi's, but the people remained non-violent. The Salt March captured global attention, exposing the moral bankruptcy of British rule. Gandhi's simple act inspired a nation to rise. The world saw the power of peaceful protest. The Salt March was more than a protest. It was a turning point. Gandhi had awakened the spirit of India. The movement for independence was unstoppable. The Mahatma's message was clear: freedom through non-violence. The salt in Gandhi's hand became a symbol of hope. The world could not ignore India's call for justice. The march to freedom had begun. The Salt March was part of Gandhi's larger strategy, non-cooperation. The British Empire relied on Indian participation to function. Gandhi urged Indians to withdraw their support, boycotting schools, courts, and British goods. The spinning wheel, or charkha, became a symbol of self-reliance and resistance. Gandhi encouraged everyone to spin and wear khadi, rejecting foreign cloth. This quiet rebellion hurt the British economy and revived Indian industries. Non-cooperation was disciplined, not chaotic. The British struggled to suppress a movement based on peaceful refusal. Arrests and violence only strengthened the people's resolve. Non-cooperation showed Indians they could control their destiny. Each act of refusal was a step toward freedom. Gandhi's strategy united millions in peaceful protest. The power of non-cooperation was its moral strength. The empire was shaken by the will of the people. Gandhi's movement proved that change could come without violence. India was on the path to independence. After years of struggle, the end of World War II left Britain too weak to hold India. Independence was within reach, but Gandhi's dream was clouded by growing Hindu-Muslim tensions. Muslim leaders demanded a separate nation, Pakistan, fearing marginalization in a Hindu-majority India. Gandhi pleaded for unity, traveling tirelessly to promote peace. Despite his efforts, partition was decided in 1947, triggering mass migrations and horrific violence. Millions fled their homes, neighbors turned on each other. Gandhi was heartbroken. This was not the freedom he envisioned. On August 15, 1947, India became independent, but Gandhi was in Calcutta, fasting and praying to stop the riots. His presence calmed the city, showing the power of moral courage. India's birth was marked by both triumph and tragedy. Gandhi's greatest work was done, but his fight for peace continued. The nation was free, but deeply divided. Gandhi's vision of unity remained unfulfilled. His last battle was for the soul of his people. The Mahatma's influence was still needed. India's freedom came at a heavy price. Gandhi's legacy was both victory and sorrow. The struggle for peace was not over. In his final months, Gandhi was haunted by the violence of partition. He dedicated himself to peace and reconciliation, even as hatred raged around him. In January 1948, violence erupted in Delhi. Gandhi began a fast unto death, demanding an end to the bloodshed. The nation was moved. Leaders and citizens pledged to restore peace. After 5 days, Gandhi ended his fast, believing in the promise of harmony. His moral authority had once again saved lives, but just days later, on January 30th, 1948, Gandhi was assassinated by a Hindu extremist. His last words were a prayer, "He Ram." The man who championed non-violence fell to violence. India and the world mourned the loss of the Mahatma. Gandhi's light was extinguished, but his message endured. His death was a tragedy, but his life was a triumph of spirit. Gandhi's final act was a testament to his unwavering faith in humanity. The world lost a peacemaker but gained a legacy. Gandhi's journey ended, but his influence would never fade. The Mahatma's spirit lived on. Gandhi's death was a blow, but his ideas could not be silenced. His life was his message, non-violence, truth, and compassion. Gandhi showed that ordinary people united by justice could change the world. His influence inspired movements for justice everywhere. Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and countless others. Gandhi's philosophy became a blueprint for peaceful resistance. His spirit lives on in every act of courage and compassion. Even today, his teachings guide those who seek justice without hatred. Gandhi proved that true strength is moral courage, not force. He taught that change begins within ourselves. Gandhi was not born a saint. He became one through dedication and truth. His legacy is a light for all who dream of a better world. The Mahatma's glow continues to illuminate our path. One person can make a difference. Gandhi's journey reminds us peace is possible. His message endures, lighting the way to a just future for all.